And I'm at a crossroads. I have a problem, Devin, with
Do
this
you need to
whole.
go to the crossroads?
Um, no, I'm good right here. But my problem is, I want to say ever since we've been doing this podcast, I do this thing with this particular NBA team, and it seems to never pan out the way that I like expect it to or think it will. Um, I buy into the Lakers.
Yes.
Now this year, especially after the trade, I was like, all right, okay. Obviously, this is the heist of the century, but I don't know how this team or this specific lineup is going to do when it comes down to the playoffs. Now, I also didn't expect them to click this well, this fast. I didn't expect them
This
to jump
fast,
up,
yeah.
jump up to the second seed. I didn't expect Luka since his debut to average 28, 8, and 8, and LeBron to average 28, 6, and 9.7. I mean, they're balling. I was
Yeah.
questioning what they're gonna do with the bigs, and do I have some type of worry with, all right? Because here's the thing: you got guys like Rui, right? Rui can go in there and get you 12 boards. He can be a force, defensively. But then he can also give you 36 minutes with zeros across the stat sheet.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So if you are him or Jackson Hayes and you are not really doing much but being a defensive force and getting as many boards as you can and getting in as many people's way as you can, say you're in a 7-game series with Denver,
Hmm.
like that worries me. Like I think
Of
LeBron's
course.
gonna get his. I think Luka's gonna be able to get his. They'll be able to get their shit off. I like what Reeves is I like what Reeves is able to do. I like what Dorian Finney-Smith. He's been able to he's been mixed in well. I like what I've seen from him. I'm just worried about the dominance from those bigs.
Yeah.
But the other problem is I'm like that close to buying in again. I'm
Yeah.
like that close to buying in again
I mean,
because
I'm fairly close.
I mean, what is like? I'm more. The problem is, it's like, and I don't know if this says more about OKC, but I'm more worried about them playing Denver than OKC in the playoffs. Mind you, OKC is number one. I mean, I'm more
Yes.
worried about them playing the third seed than the one seed, and I don't know
Yes.
if I'm just stupid, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's just. Would I rather have a big, a super young core in the playoffs and have Luka and LeBron on the other side? Fuck it.
Or
Fuck it. I'll have anybody out there.
Jokic and
Yeah.
an experienced fucking finals winning team.
MVP Jokic, and it's what? It's what? Rui's going to have to match Michael Porter Jr. at the 4 and whatever he's doing. I mean, it's just not.
For real.
It might get scary.
And Luka's gonna have to guard. I was gonna say Jamal Murray, but probably not.
Shit. I mean, someone's going to have to guard him.
But he's gonna have to guard somebody, and
Somebody's going to have to guard Jamal Murray. I
somebody's
mean,
gonna be open. Yeah.
you break it down. I mean, what? So Jackson Hayes and or Rui were in about Jokic and Michael Porter Jr. I mean, you got Aaron fucking Gordon, and then you got to worry about I mean, yeah, so Jamal, and then what? Reeves and Braun just got the two white guys in the corner battling. I mean, what? Like, I mean,
Sure.
there's going to be problems. There's going to be mismatch. Now, obviously, you're going to be able to say the same thing for the Lakers, but
Yeah.
I'm super close to buying in. We're in the final stretch of the regular season.
Like
You know,
how deep of a buy-in? You mean like finals buy-in?
so I
Or
said
like this team works?
I wish I could run back the tape. I mean, I could, but I'm not. Um, I want to say I said I'd be surprised if they made it past the second round. Like that was
I
my
think that's what you
initial.
said.
That was my initial statement. Now I could have said I would have been surprised if they made it to the second round. Now if they're sitting at the two, like okay, right now they're sitting at the 2 seed. If we pulled up the
40 and
standings,
20 or
um,
something.
if they finish right now, so who are we looking at them matching up in the playoffs? If we go to the NBA standings, pull them up. I wish we had a Jamie to pull it up for us, but okay, so what? They'd be matched up with, say they win the play-ins, they'd be playing Minnesota. I like it. And
Yeah.
then I mean the next scary team up against Golden State. I like it. They're right now. I mean, they're running with a weird lineup with Draymond at the fucking 5 and all that. I mean, it's just not Golden.
Yeah.
I
No.
mean, Golden State's hot right now, and
They're hot. Yeah, but
I'm not doubting them.
I if it was a 7 game series,
But then
taking the Lake Show.
we're looking Houston at 5, Memphis at 4.
Houston ain't scary.
Memphis at 4, bro.
Memphis ain't scary.
I'm worried about Denver, and that's about it. I'm sorry. I get it. OKC.
Maybe if Phoenix can get their shit together, but
OKC is
I don't see that happening.
I hate to say it, bro. And people could call me stupid, and this could be the worst take of all time in 2 months, but I think at least for this year, OKC is just the West Cleveland. You know?
I think so.
They're going to win a lot of games. They're going to look really good all regular season, and they're going to get their asses busted in the playoffs. Who knows? Do they beat everybody and make it to the finals? Maybe, but I don't see that happening.
No, I mean, I think it's just a matter of where. Second or third round, probably. I don't think they're a first round exit. I think they'll be all right. But
fucking, I was talking about people and what they're how they're just other people besides Luka and LeBron. I mean, Dalton, he's looking more and more confident shooting from the 3, especially
after
getting traded and still pulling 8? He pulled 8 threes in the Garden the other night. I mean, he's not afraid to pull that shit. So I do like it.
Shit, think about it when they get Bronny up, dude. Fucking over, dude.
Either way.
You see what Bron had to say to Stephen A? He started yelling at him.
Did I miss that?
Probably.
I must have missed that. What
I think it was right before their last game, the Lakers' last game. Bron goes up to Stephen A on the bench. I guess it was at MSG. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah, it had to have been.
Had to have been. It was
last night?
Stephen A. Yeah. And before the game, Bron had some stern words for Stephen A. Apparently about Bronny.
Bro, if my kid makes it,
I think Stephen A. was just yeah, Bron's just taking up for his kid or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Bro,
I would be the world's biggest hypocrite if I had something to say. If my kid makes it to the league, and I'm don't talk about him that way.
For real.
It's I'm just at my house talking about these athletes. It's
exactly.
LeBron, shut the fuck up. You look, you force the man on your team.
Yes.
You gotta understand.
You force him into the league and onto your team.
Mind you, you were just sitting there, I wouldn't want to be the face of the league if I was Ant either, because they just shit on everybody. It's bro, for the last 2 decades how this shit goes. To sit here and think that, pressing Stephen A is going to make him not do his fucking job? Bro's going to show up and say whatever.
To me, it seemed like a show. It seemed like a staged bullshit.
Stephen A ain't biting his fucking tongue for Bron, bro. He's going to go out there and say whatever he wants about Bronny. If Bronny keeps getting unprecedented hype, he's going to say something about it.
Sure.
Period. I mean, that is what it is. No matter how.
His job.
I'll defend Bronny when it comes to just being fuck him. It's all right, well, I mean.
Sure.
Or people just shitting on the whole, LeBron wants to play with his son. I mean, it's cool. It's cool that he has this opportunity and he's able to have this experience. But if we're going to be able to accept him as an NBA player, we got to talk about him like an NBA player.
NBA player, yeah.
So
not like LeBron's little pity son.
Yeah, we can't, this isn't LiAngelo Ball. We're not just going to, support his shitty rap song. It's no, he's in the NBA, and we have somewhat of an expectation from him if we're going to put him in games.
Agreed.
But yeah, that's what I got to say about the Lakers. Devan,